The entire world of celebrity gossip has been shaken, stunned, and left speechless after the shocking revelation that Can Yaman's new girlfriend, Sara Bluma, is not only romantically linked to the Turkish superstar but is also a married woman and the mother of children. The news has exploded like a bombshell across international tabloids, fan pages, and social media networks, sending fans into a frenzy and critics into a full-scale debate about what this could mean for Can Yaman's personal life, his carefully crafted public image, and even his career. Today, we're diving deep into every single angle of this scandal, from who Sara Bluma really is, to how this relationship came to light, to the shocking details about her secret family life, and finally, what this means for Can Yaman's future in the world of fame, love, and controversy. Grab your seat, because this is not just gossip, this is the kind of story that rewrites the narrative of one of the most famous men in European television. When the first whispers of Can Yaman being romantically involved with Sara Bluma began circulating, fans were intrigued but also cautious. After all, Can has been linked to multiple high-profile women in recent years, ranging from co-stars like Demet Özdemir to international personalities he's met while living in Italy. But something about this story seemed different. Sara was not an actress, not a model, and not someone who had previously been part of the entertainment spotlight. She was mysterious, largely unknown to the wider public, and this only added fuel to the rumors. Pictures of them together began to leak, grainy shots taken outside restaurants in Rome, blurry images of them leaving luxury hotels, and even candid moments caught by paparazzi as they strolled down the streets of Milan. The chemistry was undeniable, and fans began to speculate that this might actually be Can's new serious relationship. But then the internet did what it always does, digging deeper, investigating every corner of Sara's online presence, unearthing details from the past, and piecing together the kind of story that nobody could have predicted. Within weeks, revelations began surfacing. Sara Bluma was not single. In fact, she was married, and the mother of children. This revelation flipped the narrative completely, turning what had been a sweet new romance into one of the most scandalous stories of the year. Questions began to flood the minds of fans and followers. Did Can Yaman know? Was this something he was hiding? Was Sara's marriage already over, or was she still living a double life? And perhaps most importantly, how would this revelation impact the career and reputation of a man whose name has become synonymous with heartthrob romance stories on screen? To understand the gravity of the scandal, we need to take a step back and look at the trajectory of Can Yaman's public life. Rising to fame through Turkish dramas like Erkenci Kuş, where his electric chemistry with Demet Özdemir made headlines worldwide, Can quickly transitioned from local celebrity to global superstar. Italian fans in particular fell in love with him when he moved his base to Rome, securing high-profile roles, television contracts, and brand endorsements. His face was everywhere, from billboards advertising luxury perfumes to glossy magazine covers showcasing his sculpted physique. But alongside his professional success, Can's personal life has always been a magnet for speculation. Fans followed his every move, desperate to know who he was dating, who he was photographed with, and whether the on-screen romances carried over into real life. Enter Sara Bluma. At first glance, she seemed like a fresh start for Can. She wasn't a co-star, she wasn't part of the endless cycle of actresses and models he had been linked to. Instead, she appeared more grounded, more mysterious, someone who could potentially offer stability in the chaotic whirlwind of fame. This is exactly why the revelation of her marriage and children came as such a devastating blow. What was supposed to be a romantic story of two people finding each other against the odds suddenly turned into a messy web of secrecy, deception, and betrayal, not just of Can's fans, but perhaps of his own trust as well. The debate online has been brutal. On one side, some argue that Sara's personal life is her own business, and that as long as she and Can are happy together, no one has the right to interfere. After all, marriages can be complicated, and it's possible she was separated from her husband long before the relationship with Can began. On the other side, however, critics insist that this revelation tarnishes Can's image, painting him as someone who might have knowingly entered a relationship with a married woman, something that could cause irreparable damage to his carefully cultivated reputation. For a man whose brand is built on being the perfect romantic lead, adored by millions of women around the world, this kind of scandal is nothing short of catastrophic. But what about Sara herself? Who is this woman who has suddenly become the most talked about figure in Kenyammen's world? Details about her background are still emerging, but what we do know paints a picture of someone who has lived largely outside of the spotlight until now. She is described as elegant, reserved, and fiercely private. Her social media accounts were quickly locked down after the scandal broke, but not before internet sleuths uncovered traces of her family life, pictures with her husband, photos of children, and comments that now take on a whole new meaning in light of the revelations. The speed with which this information spread is a reminder of the brutal power of the digital age. Secrets can no longer remain hidden, especially when you're romantically linked to a celebrity of Kenyammen's caliber. The scandal has also sparked fierce debates in Italy and Turkey, the two countries most deeply invested in Kenyammen's career. Italian tabloids have dedicated front pages to the story, calling it the betrayal of the year, while Turkish media outlets have been quick to speculate on how this might impact Can's upcoming projects. Will advertisers and brands distance themselves from him? Will producers see him as too risky to headline romantic dramas? Or will this scandal, paradoxically, only add to his allure, making him the ultimate bad boy of European television? After all, scandal has a strange way of making celebrities even more famous. What's clear is that this story is far from over. Sources close to Can have remained largely silent, neither confirming nor denying the relationship, but paparazzi shots continue to surface, showing the two together despite the media storm. This suggests that, at least for now, Can is standing by Sara, choosing love, or at least loyalty, over public opinion. It's a risky move, one that could either prove his strength of character or plunge him deeper into controversy. For fans, the revelation has been heartbreaking. Many of Can's most devoted followers had imagined themselves in the role of his future partner, dreaming of a fairy tale romance with the Turkish star. Learning that his new love interest is not only unavailable but also entangled in a marriage and family life has left many feeling betrayed, disillusioned, and even angry. Social media has been flooded with emotional reactions, ranging from outrage to sorrow, with hashtags like #CanYamanScandal and #SaraBluma trending worldwide. And yet, beneath all the drama, there is also a strangely human element to this story. Relationships are messy. People fall in love at the wrong time, in the wrong circumstances, with the wrong people. It's possible that Can and Sara genuinely found something real together, something that neither expected, and that the complications of her existing marriage and children only make their bond more intense. In the end, celebrities may live in the spotlight, but they are still human beings, prone to the same mistakes, heartbreaks, and impulsive decisions as anyone else. Still, the question remains, what happens now? Will Kenyammen's fans forgive him? Will Sara's marriage end publicly in divorce? Will the couple go underground for a while, waiting for the storm to pass? Or will this scandal only grow bigger, consuming them both and redefining their public identities forever? One thing is certain, the world is watching. Every move they make, every picture that surfaces, every comment they post will be dissected, analyzed, and debated. For Kenyammen, this could be the most defining moment of his career, not a new television role, not a blockbuster endorsement deal, but a scandal that tests the boundaries of love, loyalty, and reputation in the unforgiving world of celebrity culture. And as the story continues to unfold, one can't help but feel that this is only the beginning.